Lamar grew up in a city called Compton. It's a very poor place with a lot of gangs. Even his father was a former gang member, and in such a gang environment, there's also a lot of violence and crime. When Lamar was young, three of his friends were killed within a year. But in spite of all this, he managed to be a good boy in school, but also in life. He managed to break through and achieve something very big, in contrast to many of his friends who became gang members and kept on living this not so good life. When Kendrick Lamar writes his texts, he doesn't just want to make a hit, he wants to be a voice for the people like those he grew up with and wants the rest of the world to see that those are humans too, and he wants to have a positive effect in his hometown. Once he had a depression, this he had because of his background, and when he is on tour, he has to have this feeling because that's when he writes his new songs, and all his music is built up about this.
I'm Mikkel Larsen, and I'll talk about who Kendrick Lamar is. Kendrick Lamar Duckworth is a 30-year-old award-winning rapper and songwriter. He's known for his work with rap star and super producer Dr. Dre and a lot of other famous rap stars. Kendrick have been performing since 2004. Kendrick was born in Compton, California in 1987. He started writing stories about the tough life in Compton streets. He loved writing stories and poems and then turning them into lyrics, and that's how he started making music. He released his first mixtape at the age 16. Kendrick got 5 siblings, and in 2015 he got engaged to Whitney Alford. Even though he was raised in a city with a lot of gangs, he still managed to avoid the gangs, and he managed to be a very good student in school and follow his dreams. Kendrick Lamar is a very religious man who believed that God gave him his success, and he also said that he got a greater purpose in life and God put something in his heart to do that. He uses his voice and songs to get a message out to the people.
This is Christopher, and I'm gonna talk about how Kendrick Lamar got famous. Kendrick Lamar released his first full-length project in 2004 at the age of 16. It was a mixtape titled The Youngest Nigga in Charts and released under the name K-Dot. This mixtape caught the attention of the newly founded Top Dog Entertainment. Lamar got a contract with the TDE, and in 2005 released 26 mixtapes with the title Training Day, still under the name K-Dot. In 2006 and 2007, Lamar sang alongside other upcoming rappers. He also featured in the game song The Sophia and Kelly Niggas. In 2008, he featured in a music video with J-Rock and Lil Wayne, backed by Warner Bros. Records. This resulted in that he got to know Lil Wayne and released his third mixtape, C4, which was themed around Wayne's decade. In 2011, Lamar held his first concert in New York with some of the other artists from Top Dog Entertainment. One of the reasons Kendrick reached this far might be because he put so much effort in his project. When he were asked once if his next project would be a mixtape or an album, he answered, "I treat every project like it's an album anyway. It's not going to be nothing left over. I never do nothing like that. These are my leftover songs, you all can have them. I'm going to put my best out, my best effort. I'm trying to look for an album in 2012. The latest about Kendrick's career is that he recently received a platinum for his album Damn by the Record Industry Association of America."
Hey, this is Matilda. I'm gonna talk about his music. To be more specific, I'm gonna talk about his album, To Pimp a Butterfly. Kendrick Lamar is a guy who's been through a lot. And as you've heard earlier, he grew up in Compton, which isn't the best place to be raised. In his songs, he speaks from his own experiences, his own life and decisions. In his album, To Pimp a Butterfly, he shows a whole other side of himself. He shows the world that even as the famous rapper he is, he still suffers. He's always wrote songs about the hood, about living the life in the streets, but on this album, he brings his fans to an even deeper level. He speaks up as a black man, the black man he is, a man in a time of depression. He likes to believe that everyone should be treated with respect. He opens up in a way that makes his fans understand not just where he comes from, but how it's affected him throughout the years. This time his pain takes form as depression. And then in his songs, he talks about this made-up universe. Kendrick Lamar is my role model because he suffered through something as hard as this childhood in Compton as well as a depression later on. But he's still one of the most famous rappers in the world. He's a man of pure respect and forgiveness. And To Pimp a Butterfly has won not just a Grammy Award in 2015, but everyone's hearts, including mine.
It's me, Christopher, again, and I'm going to talk about the adjectives about Kendrick. Well, first of all, we chose Chains, because he changed the story of his family. Instead of being a gang member, Kendrick decided to be an artist and focused on school. We also picked Effort, because he puts effort in his best in all his projects, no matter if it's a mixtape or an album, as I told earlier. And Persistent, because he's always been very persistent in everything he's done. He's been through a lot, and this has made him stronger. He has suffered through a depression, which is also what he refers to in his famous album To Pimp a Butterfly, but still managed to become this prodigious artist he is today. Well, we have picked some things out that we think we can learn from Kendrick Lamar. And first of all, it is that things will always get better, no matter how bad they get. And just because your surroundings does bad stuff doesn't mean you have to do it. It's your choice. If you do your best, you will accomplish what you are aiming for. And at last, you can change other people's life by changing your own. That was all we had about our role model, Kendrick Lamar.